Thank you, Quinn. Meanwhile, in Wisconsin, Bayfield County leaders are fighting a proposal that would make the Apostle Islands a national park. Last night, the county board voted to officially oppose Congressman Tom Tiffany's proposal. The Apostle Islands are already a national lakeshore, but Tiffany's bill would make them a national park, something he hopes would boost tourism. But county board members criticized the idea, claiming he didn't coordinate with local governments or allow for public feedback before introducing the proposal. They also say it would limit hunting opportunities and doesn't focus on Bayfield County's need to diversify its economy. County board members say they have contacted Tiffany's office, hoping to talk about their concerns. In a statement to us today, Tiffany wrote, "There's a rigorous process for any bill to become a law, and that's the process he plans to follow." Tiffany added his office has consulted with many local officials, towns, and sportsman groups who he says support the legislation, and he will continue to take public input. Still to come in.